We're actually going to start lying on the mat, so come to sitting on the mat first of all. And then roll yourself back into the relaxation position. So taking a moment to think about your alignment, get your body in a relaxed state, just both physically and mentally. So bringing your focus into your body, forgetting about everything else for the next hour and just focusing on yourself. Have that sense of your body being nice and light and released on the mat. So starting with our feet, just check that they do feel light, that you're not slightly holding onto any tension there. With the same amount of weight through the front of the foot as you have through the heel. With your feet neither turned in nor turned out. And then your thighs completely relaxed both at the front and the back, no tension in the buttocks. Pelvis in neutral, and the only muscles you're really making a gentle connection with at the moment are your pelvic floor and lower abdominals. That transverse abdominal muscle. Then have that sense of length in your spine away from the pelvis. Arms by your side, and just gently draw your arms just a centimetre or so down by your side without creating any tension in your hands, and having also that sense of openness across the front of the shoulders, so they're not hunched up in any way. It's like the two ends of your collarbone are just lengthening out to each side wall. Relax the head on the mat, having a sense of length in the neck away from your shoulders. Soften your face, relax your jaw. And in fact, take your hands and put them on your lower rib cage at the side, not just at the top, just at the side. And really focus your breath into your hands here. So I want you to focus on the rib cage moving out to the side rather than up to the ceiling, but keeping any tension out of your shoulders still. So gradually increasing your breath, breathing in through your nose and softly out through your mouth. And do one more. So drawing your breath really deep down into your rib cage. And then breathing out. So let's keep the breathing nice and gentle but reasonably deep while we do our piriformis and glute stretches. So bring your right foot to the outside of your left thigh, take hold of your right knee and draw up across the body towards your left shoulder. Keep your left knee out in line with the left hip. And keep encouraging your right knee up towards the left shoulder. Make sure the foot, your right foot, is right on the outside of the left thigh, not just on the top of the thigh. And to increase the stretch, you bring your foot further up towards your hip. But find that nice stretch, relax into it, and allow it to release. And keeping hold of your right foot, bring your left leg up, and you can hold of your right knee, bring your left leg up and reach the right foot. So you one hand on the right foot, one hand on the right knee. Draw your right leg towards your upper body, and you can use your left thigh to help you do this as well. And let's do some ankle circles on our left ankle here. Loosen up the ankles. I know a lot of you in the lockdown have managed to do quite a lot of walking, which is great. So we'll loosen up all those things that are relevant to that. Do your ankle circles in both directions, and you can do some toe scrunches as well. Scrunching the toes and then releasing them, getting as much movement to the toes as you can. So still your left ankle, so you can focus on the next stretch. So keep pulling your right foot towards your upper body, but push the right knee away. Not the leg, keep the leg towards your chest, but pulling the foot, pushing the knee, and you just get that stretch clocked into a different glute muscle and relax into this. This is always my tightest one here. So keep your face soft, keep that breathing regular. And now drop your left foot back on the mat, and we'll go into the hip roll on this side while we're here. So let your right leg hang over your left thigh. So the back of the knee is really over the thigh. Arms by your side, keep your shoulders where they are. Take your knees and hips over to your right. And your left hip will just slowly come away from the mat, but keep the left shoulder blade on the mat and the left shoulder away from your ears. So you can get a gentle stretch in the right side of your neck here as well by turning your head to the left. Keep your jaw relaxed still and breathe into this. There's no sense of arching in your back, so don't let your ribs stick up. So keep your ribs dropped into the body, always using a gentle connection in your core here. And let your right leg be nice and relaxed over your left thigh to get that gentle stretch in the left hip and the left lower back. And come back to center using your core, getting your back connected from the top to the bottom. Keep the legs crossed as they are. Take your knees and hips over to the left, and you can roll your head to the right. So now if you want your right hip to come off a bit more, you can put your left hand on the top of your right knee and just gently draw the right hip over just to a level that's comfortable, keeping your right shoulder on the mat, keeping it relaxed and turning your head a little bit more to the right to get a gentle stretch on the left side of your neck. So we'll breathe into this for a few breaths. And then come back to the center without arching your back in any way. And uncross your legs back to hip width apart. So let's do the other side now. So your left foot on the outside of your right thigh. Take hold of your left knee and draw up to your right shoulder. Keeping your right knee out in line with the hip. Don't let it drop into your midline. And keep drawing the left knee up, not just straight across. And take your foot a bit further up the outside of your right thigh if you want to increase the stretch. And you should get a nice stretch in this left buttock, right around by where the sit bone is, sometimes into this hip socket here. Now keep hold of your left knee, bring your right leg up and reach your left foot. So one hand on your left foot, one hand on your left knee. Use your hands and your right thigh to bring your left leg as near to your chest as possible. And let's do some ankle circles on the right this side. So I know we do these stretches a lot, but I don't know about you, but I always need to do them. I'm always getting a good stretch here because we use our glute muscles all the time. They do tighten up and they need a stretch. And it feels good. Do some toe scrunches. And then drop your, oh actually we haven't done the third stretch on this side. Sorry, still your right foot. Keep pulling your left foot towards you, but push the left knee away from you. And let's relax into this. Try and not hold on to the tension. Visualize your breath going into that area of tension and visualize that tension releasing. And now drop your right foot back on the mat and let your left leg hang over your right thigh. Arms by your side, palms down, that keeps your shoulders stabilized. Take your knees and hips over to your right, and you can turn your head to the left. If you want to draw your left hip off a bit more, you put your right hand just on top of your left knee, and you can pull that left hip over, but only if your left shoulder stays where it is. You're trying to rotate your lower body away from the upper body. So if you start rolling onto your side, you're not actually increasing the stretch. So let's breathe into this for a few breaths, turning my head a bit more to the left, get a bit more of a stretch on the right side of my neck. And then using your core, come back to the center. Take your knees and hips over to the left. You can turn your head to the right. So now you've got your left leg over your right thigh, which is drawing your right hip off. So let that leg be relaxed. Don't hold on to any tension in it. And then if you've got any tension in the outside of your right hip, you'll get a gentle stretch. And then using your core, come back to the center and uncross your legs. Okay, so now we're going to go straight into the hundreds, but we will still do it in 2 lots of 50. If you want to take your light weight, do so. Using the weight adds that extra bit of challenge because it's harder to stop your upper body rocking when you're doing your bobbing your corks. So you have to work really hard to keep your body nice and still. We'll do 2 lots of 50 with a quick break in between. We're getting a little bit used to these now, so we can challenge ourselves a little bit more. So use your core, come into your double knee fold. Nice and still with the pelvis. Bring the knees and the ankles together and keep that connection when you extend your legs. It helps keep you stabilized a little bit more. Arms lengthened by your side. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, curl yourself up, lengthen your arms and extend your legs. And breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 20, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 30, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 40, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 50. Still your arms, bend your knees in, curl yourself back down. You can give your knees a quick hug into your chest. Couple of deep breaths here. So with the breathing, really do breathe in and do breathe out. Okay, so get your knees back above your hips, knees together, ankles connected, arms lengthened by your side. Take a breath in to prepare. Breathe out, curl yourself up, lengthen your arms and extend your legs. And breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 60. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 70. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 80. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 90. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 100. Still your arms, bend your knees in, curl yourself back down and hug your knees into your chest. Well done, everybody. That's brilliant. We're going to come back and do a few more abdominal exercises later, but in the meantime, come out of your double knee fold, always using your core. And we're going to come to sitting. So either come onto your side or lengthen your legs and roll yourself up. Rolling your spine up. Sit tall. Let's get a nice stretch over our legs. We'll hold on to wherever you can reach, lengthening from your lower back and draw your body down towards your legs, getting a good stretch behind your knees. Breathe into your back, get a good stretch there as well, and then walk your hands back up your legs to sit nice and tall. So come to standing, ideally without using your hands. Use your quads as much as you can. And we're going to do the roll downs, just going into downward dog with our walking on the spot. So we're going to do 3 of these and we'll go straight in to the downward dog on the first one. So if you find that in a normal short downward dog, you're not getting much of a calf stretch, take your arms a bit further away and go into more of a longer downward dog. So let's get ourselves into good standing posture before we start. Feet hip width apart, pelvis in neutral, connection with the core, but keep the buttocks switched off. And as you breathe in to lengthen through the spine, Get that breath down into the base of the rib cage, not your shoulders come into your ears. Start your roll down on the out breath and either do the whole roll down on that out breath or just carry on breathing naturally. Keeping your weight through the center of your feet. So at the bottom of this roll down, let's just stay here for a couple of breaths. Shoulders nice and open, breathing into your back, feeling nice and grounded through your heels, lengthening your buttocks away from your heels, and then walk yourself into your downward dog. So I'm going to come into a relatively long downward dog on my tiptoes, but get your head right between your arms, reach your hips high and away from you. You're not compressing any weight down into your wrists. And then you bend one knee as you get the other heel towards the floor. Come on to tiptoes before you swap over. So really stretching the heel down so you get that nice stretch in your calf. Also the back of your heel where the Achilles is. Let's do 8 of these, especially the first set can be quite tight and then you start to loosen up a touch on the next 2. Really easing that heel down. So if it's very easy for you, your heel reaches the mat easily, then take your arms a bit further away. Do one more on each side, especially as it's the first set. And then when you've done your 8, come onto tiptoes and see how far you can get both your heels and get your head a little bit nearer to the mat. So both your heels and your head and as near to the mat as you can manage. And then using your shoulder stability, walk your hands back to your feet, hold on behind your leg and draw your body down towards your legs. And then just let your arms relax, scoop in your core and roll yourself up from the pelvis, getting that pelvis all the way back into neutral. And then the rest of the spine floats on up. So we'll do 2 more of those. Just go at your own pace. Breathe in, lengthen through your spine. Breathe out, start your roll down. Don't forget to start from the very top of your neck, scooping in your core, keeping over the center of your foot. Don't let the shoulders close in. Keep your face soft. Stay at the bottom of your roll down for a couple of breaths, getting a little bit further down each time, keeping straight behind the knees without locking the knees. And then walk yourself out into your downward dog. Get yourself into good downward dog first, on tiptoes, lengthening the hips up in the air as much as you can, flattening out your back as much as you can, and then do your walking on the spot. So keeping the hips level, so when you drop one heel down, you're not dropping the hip down, you're just bending the knee of the other leg straight in and the other heel straight down, so you don't have to wobble the hips. And already it's feeling slightly easier. So now I've done mine. I'm on tiptoes, both my heels aiming for the mat, head a little bit nearer to the mat. Scooping in the core, being strong in my shoulders as I walk my hands back to my legs, holding on behind my legs and flattening out my body towards my legs. And then relaxing your arms down, scooping in the core, rolling on up. And one more set. Nice deep breath into my back. I can feel the back of my rib cage expanding. And I'm going to walk myself out just slightly further downward dog this time. Let's see if I can challenge my calf stretches a bit more, but still get my head between my arms. And really try and reach the heel towards the mat. You do one more on each side. And then up onto tiptoes, both heels reaching towards the mat, head reaching a bit nearer to the mat too. As much of a stretch, upper arms back. Walk my hands back. So we'll do some extra hamstring stretches here, but let's just do our flat back stretch first. So each time hopefully getting your body a little bit nearer to your legs. And then bend your knees so more of your hand can reach the mat that can otherwise do so. Keep those knees hip width apart and then keep the hands in that new position. See how much you can straighten behind your legs. Sometimes you find that one leg straightens a bit more easily than the other. Try and keep your weight evenly over both legs. You don't tilt onto one side. Do 4 or 5 of these bends and stretches. And then roll yourself up. Well done, good. We're going to do some arm raises with a band now. So we're going to be taking our arms above our head. So get your band. This is good for strength in the upper arm, but also keeping that movement within the shoulder joint as well. So start with a bit more slack between your bands. So you've got your band between the thumb and your first finger. The arms stay straight throughout this, they don't bend. And then if you want to challenge yourself a bit more, you can lessen the amount of band between the arms. So keep yourself in good standing posture here. And then breathe in, bring your arms above your head. The shoulders stay down. Now don't adjust your head or neck to let the band behind you, but stretch your arms away from each other and take your band behind your back, just as far as you feel comfortable. And then you stretch your arms away from each other, come on up over your head and back down by your side. So if that was too difficult, then you need more band between your hands. If you want a bit more of a challenge, you have less band between your hands. So the less you have, the stronger that is, but you're only isolating the arms. You're not using any other part of your body to allow this movement to happen. Bring the arms down as far as is comfortable. So if you have a shoulder injury and you think, oh my goodness, this is not liking it very much, then definitely have a looser band, because this is as much for the movement in the shoulder socket than it is for strengthening your arms. We're going to do the arm weights in a minute anyway to help strengthen our upper arms. So this is more about keeping that movement within the shoulder socket. So breathe in to bring your arms up and behind your head a touch, and then breathe out, stretch your arms away and back down by your side. So your arms are staying straight the whole time. You don't bend the elbows, up and over. Let's do 2 more. Breathing in and out. And in and out. Last one. Breathing in and out. In and out. Great. So a nice gentle way of loosening up that shoulder socket, getting a bit of weight challenge in the upper arm, but let's really challenge our upper arm now with our normal arm weights. I'll try and remember to give you a chance to swap over if you want to go to some lighter weights after the first or probably the second set. So if you've got these or toning balls, make sure you're not just gripping on with your fingertips, you've got them in the whole of your hand. Still keep good posture, feel nice and grounded from the pelvis into the mat, but still keep that sense of length in your spine away from the pelvis. So bring your arms in line with the shoulders, shoulders stay down all the time. Turn your palms up as you bring your weight in. As you straighten your arms, your palms go down. So let's do our usual 3 sets of 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Arms out to the side, not too far back, just in front of your shoulders. palms up and in, straighten and down. 2. Keep that gentle engagement in your core. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Into your collarbone, and then up to the ceiling and back down to the shoulders or the collarbone. 3. Straightening at the elbows each time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Arms by your side, just up to your shoulders and down to the hips. No swaying in your body in any way. Core needs a little bit more for this one. We'll just do 5 of these. And then out to the side. Shoulders stay down as the arms come up. You're working from your upper arm. 3, 4, and 5. So into the second set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Arms out to your side, up and in, straighten and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Into your collarbone, up to the ceiling and back down. 2. Shoulders staying down, just arms going up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Arms by your side, up to the shoulders and just to the hips. 3, 4, 5, out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So for those of you who want to get a lighter weight, now's your chance. Everyone do a few little shoulder wriggles just to loosen up the shoulders, and let's start the third set. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. To the side, up and in, straighten and down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Into your collarbone. Make sure you're not just gripping on with your fingertips. 3, 4, 5. So as they get slightly heavier towards the set, just still straighten at your elbows. 9, I think that's right. 10, can't talk and count. Up to the shoulders and down to the hips. 3, 4, 5, and out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Well done. Put your weights down. And let's do an arm stretch. So take your arm just in front of the shoulder and just below the shoulder. Draw your arm across. Draw across from above the elbow, but keep the shoulder down and draw the shoulder back in that direction while you pull in the opposite direction. You're trying to find that, focus that stretch on the top of your arm. So if I've got this shoulder a bit high, it's because I'm trying to avoid my microphone. Keep the shoulder as low as you can. And then let's do the triceps on this side, either interlinking your fingers behind your back, or you can just push your elbow up to the ceiling. For anyone that did yesterday's class, maybe you can feel that today after we did those exercises to work our triceps. And then let's release that and let's do the other arm. So bring the arm across, keep the shoulder down, draw the shoulder back, but pull the arm across from above the elbow. And then triceps on this side, no, wrong side. Reaching the elbow up to the ceiling. Don't arch your back here. Keep your core pulled in, hips to the front. Try not to compromise your neck. And then release. Well done. Good. Okay. So let's get back onto the mat, and we're going to do a few more abdominal exercises. So as usual, if you can come without using your arms, and then roll yourself back. And we're going to do the curl up with salute. So interlink your fingers and place behind your skull. So you want to have your elbows in your peripheral vision. If you just bring your head off the mat and just let your head drop back into your hands. So remember to use your arms and hands. They're active. So they're acting as this sort of sling of support so that you don't need to use your neck in any way. So keep those arms active. And then when you're curled up, we're going to have to use your abdominals to stay curled up because we're going to bring one arm and then the other in front of our bodies. So take a breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, curl yourself up using your abdominals, drawing these abdominals down. Come up to the tips of the shoulder blades. Use your abdominals to stay there as you bring one arm, then the other arm in front of you. Stay curled up as much as you can as you bring one hand back, then the other, and then do a little crunchy curl up from these upper abdominals. And then lengthen your abdominals to lower your body back onto the mat. Take a breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, draw in your abdominals and curl yourself up to the tips of the shoulder blades. Bring one arm and then the other. Stay curled up as you bring one hand back, then the other. An extra curl, not pulling on your neck, but shortening these abdominals a touch more. Keep those abdominals pulled in and then lengthen to come back onto the mat. So, another jet from Cool Rose there. Okay, let's do 4 more of those. Take a breath in. Breathe out. So each time, see if you can come just a touch further than your tips of your shoulder blades. One arm and then the other. One hand back, then the other. Extra crunchy curl up. Really, you should really feel it here. And then curl back down. Breath in. And keep the face soft. Just use your abdominals to stay curled up. No tension in the neck whatsoever. Use your abdominals to do this extra curl up. Don't pull on your head and neck. And curl back down. Let's do another one more. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Curl yourself up. Stay curled up. One arm, then the other. Stay curled up, one hand, then the other. Extra curl up. And come back down. Is that 5 or 6? Let's just do one more. I can't talk and count at the same time. Okay, let's do one for luck. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Stay curled up. Normally I've got you to ask, but I can't hear you. Extra, really make this extra curl up count. And curl back down. Well done. And then bring your arms back by your side. Okay, we're going to do a more of a sort of roll-up kind of abdominal exercise now. So come into a double knee fold. Bring your legs together. And we are going to curl up and extend our legs at the same time. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, curl yourself up and extend the legs high. You want to curl up enough that your arms are in line with your knees. And then curl yourself back down. And breathing out, curl up. Shoulders stay away from the ears. And breathe in to curl back down. And come back down. Breathing out. Breathing in. Let's do 2 more. Breathing out. Breathing in. Seeing how far you can curl up using your abdominals, not coming up with your neck. And then curl back down and hug your knees into your chest. Good. And then come out of your double knee fold using your core. So let's roll over and come on to our tabletop position, 4-point kneeling. So get yourself into a good tabletop with the knees and feet hip width apart. If you look between your knees, you shouldn't see your feet. They should be directly in line with your knees. The wrists under the shoulders, but never sinking in. So use your whole body to keep lifted away from the mat and lifted away from your wrists. So we're going to do 3 on each side. Remember, imagine you've got this tray of glasses on your back. So if you do any tilting with your back, they're just going to go crashing to the floor. So use your core. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, take one leg away a split second before the arm. Lengthen them both along the mat. Then lengthen them up. But keep the hip bones parallel to the floor. Don't sink into your supporting wrist. Stay here for 1 breath and 2 breaths. A little bit more if you want. And then keep the leg straight as you drop it to the mat. No movement in the back as you draw your knee back under the hip. So you're using your core. Let's do the other side. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, pull in that core. Don't move the hip or the back at all. Just lengthen the leg away and the arm. And then lengthen. So it's not just lifting, it's lengthening. Think about lengthening underneath those limbs. Be strong in your supporting arm. You can do a count up to whatever if you like, or just 1 or 2 breaths. Then straighten. Keep the leg straight as you drop it to the mat. Keep the back still as you bring the knee back underneath. So in your own pace and at your own level, come do 2 more, 1 alternating each time. You can stay up for as little, just 1 breath or a few more breaths. But keep your tummy pulled in, be strong in your shoulders, and no movement in the back. Think of that tray of glasses. You do not want it to fall off. So it's the core doing all the work. If you find your knee coming back under the hip really easily, then I think you might have broken a few glasses, but it shouldn't be easy. You've got to use your core. And again, if you find that it's easy to take the knee away from you, you might have moved away from that side, in which case, again, you've lost your tray. I've got 1 more on the other side. Engage in the core a split second before I move. Good, and when you've done 3 each side, come into your rest position for a brief moment, breathing into your back And then stay sitting on your heels or come into high kneeling if your knees don't allow for that. And sit nice and tall. So now come onto your side. We're going to do the torpedo. So get your little head cushion, fold it in half, and place underneath your ear, between your ear and your underneath arm. Move that out of the way. And have your legs in line with your body. So you want this top hip facing forward. You don't want you to be rocking back. You should be right on the underneath hip. You can have your fingers gently supporting you here if you wish, or you can challenge yourself and have your arm on the top thigh. You're really using all your abdominals for stability here. Okay, so lengthen your legs away, squeeze those legs together, breathe in, bring the top leg up then, and now bring the underneath leg back to being squeezed together. See if you can get your heels squeezing. And then lower your legs so that underneath leg resisting the top leg coming back down. So you're working your inner thighs all the way to the mat. Breathe in, bring the top leg up. Breathe out, lengthen the underneath leg. You don't want to be collapsing into the mat with your underneath waist. Lengthen the legs away, squeezing them together, your upper body lengthening the opposite direction. And squeeze, and the underneath leg resisting the top leg coming back down. Good. Breathe in, bring the top leg up. Breathe out, lengthen that underneath leg to meet it. Pull in all your abdominals. If you want to try and take your head just a tiny bit off your head cushion and keep it off the head cushion as you bring your legs down, squeezing and resisting. And then you can let the head relax down a little bit more. Let's do 3 more. Breathe in, bring the top leg up. And then lengthen that underneath leg to meet it. Get those heels to squeeze, toes as well. Lift your head off the head cushion a touch. And then lower the legs all the way to the mat. Then relax your head down. Breathe in, bring the top leg up. Pull in your core, all your abdominals to bring the underneath leg to meet it. Squeezing the heels, squeezing the feet together, lifting the head slightly, and then lowering the legs and relaxing the head. 1 more. Breathe in, bring the top leg up. Breathe out, bring the underneath leg to meet it. Lengthen the legs away, bring the head off a bit. So keeping nice and long in your body and long in the legs, going in opposite directions. And relax. Good. Come on to the other side. Each side can be different. Sometimes we're slightly stronger in one side of our abdominals than the other, because we're using not just the core, but we're using the obliques wrapped around our rib cage. So have your legs long, either your fingertips here or on the top of your hip. Okay. So starting with that sense of squeezing the legs and lengthening in that direction and our body in this direction. Then breathe in, bring the top leg up. Breathe out, bring the underneath leg to meet it. Keep squeezing and then lower with resistance. Breathe in, bring the top leg up. Breathe out, bring the underneath leg to meet it. You can bring your head just slightly off the head cushion if you wish. Squeeze those heels, lengthen the legs away. Resist with the underneath leg as you lower back down onto the mat. And then relax your head. Breathe in, top leg up. Pull in your core to bring the underneath leg to meet it. Lengthen away with the legs as you lower back down to the mat. Then relax the head. 3 more. Top leg up. Lengthen the underneath leg to meet it. So you're squeezing the legs, inner thighs working, heels working, head up, abdominals working. Lower with resistance. Relax your head. 2 more. Breathe in, top leg up. Breathe out, lift the underneath leg to meet it. Bring the head just off the cushion. And then lower the legs with resistance. And relax your head down. Last one. Pull in your core, keeping as still as you can. Make sure you're not leaning back. Really squeeze those legs as you lower with resistance, and then relax your head. Well done, good. Okay, come to sitting. Now we're going to do a sitting stretch. So if you want to use your yoga block, if you find it uncomfortable sitting straight on the mat, or you find you're creating any tension in your thighs, then pop yourself up on a yoga block. So we're going to start, so sit right up on the sit bones. If anything, just move the flesh from under the sit bones. Keep the thighs relaxed, keep nice and tall, and the legs starting in line with the hips. So let's keep the left leg straight, bend the right knee, so the right foot is on the inside of the left leg. It can either be right up to the top of the thigh, or in the knee, or lower down, wherever you feel comfortable, and get back onto those sit bones. So sitting tall, lengthening from your lower back, walk your hands down your left leg. Hold on to wherever you can reach and lengthen your body over here from the lower back. Breathing into your back, keeping straight behind your left knee. Think of the back of the left knee dropping towards the floor, the mat. And get that stretch in your back as well as the back of your leg. And then walk your hands back up your leg, your left leg, to sit tall. Now place your left hand on your right knee, rotate through the waist and the rib cage to look over your right shoulder. So keep your right hand quite near your lower back, so you're not leaning back, you're still sitting tall. And you can use your hand on your knee to get a little bit more of a rotation, looking over your right shoulder. And breathe into this to allow those muscles to adapt to this stretch. And now bring your right arm over the top of your head in the direction of your left toes. Keep your toes softly pointed. You're not trying to reach your toes. You don't want to collapse in the underneath part of your body, but you want to be nice and long, both the top curve and the underneath curve of your body. Your shoulders don't come up towards your ears. Your arm above your head is drawing your bottom rib away from the hip. And breathe into the right side there. And now sit up taller. Once more, place your right hand behind your lower back. Once more, get one more rotation looking over your right shoulder. And then unrotate back to the front. Straighten your right leg in line with the right hip. Bend your left leg. Depending on each hip, it will determine where you place your left foot on the inside of your right leg. Sitting tall, walk your hands over your right leg. Hold on to wherever you can reach. And draw your body down. We'll stay here for a few breaths, always lengthening a bit more each time. You're lengthening like the crown of your head towards your foot. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath, otherwise your muscles won't relax. And now walk your hands back up your leg to sit nice and tall. Now put your right hand on the left knee, rotate through the waist and the rib cage, look over your left shoulder, still sitting tall, don't lean back. And breathe into this. Now bring your left arm over the top of your head in the direction of your right toes. Keep your right toes softly pointed now. Lift up out of your waist. Getting a really good stretch in the left side of my hip, left side of my rib cage here. And focus your breath into that side. And now sitting tall again. Place your left hand behind your lower back. Get one more rotation over your left shoulder. And then come back to the center. So we're going to stay sitting, so you can stay on your block if you want, and come into a cross-legged position. So you don't have to be a full cross-legged, it can just be a half, or you can have your legs out in front. Just find a position that you feel comfortable in. But whichever position you're in, just readjust yourself so you're sitting back on your sit bones. And we're going to do, excuse me, we're going to do some neck rolls and then some individual neck exercises, neck stretches. So sitting nice and tall, shoulders down. If you have your hand on each knee, it keeps your shoulders relaxed. Keep your jaw relaxed for this as well. So let's roll your neck down so your chin is going towards your chest. And then turn your head to look over one shoulder. See how far you can turn your head over that shoulder. And then bring your head up more than back. It goes back a bit, but don't take it back any further than you have to, till you're looking as far over the other shoulder as you can. Then the chin comes back to the chest. So let's do 5 of these in each direction. Your eyes can do the same circle, either open or closed. Each time you're trying to get as over that each shoulder as possible, but your shoulders aren't moving, it's just your neck and head. Let's check you haven't slightly crumpled in your spine, you're still nice and tall. Keep a gentle engagement in your core to help you with that. I'm going to do one more circle in this direction. So bringing my chin back to my breastbone and then reverse. So looking over that shoulder as far as I can. Lifting up, stretching up as much as I can. So just keep it flowing. Don't make it too fast, but not too slow either. Just gently flowing. Don't worry about all the crunchy noises that are going on. The more you do this, the less crunching you get. I'm going to do one more. Back with my chin to my breastbone and then restack my neck to bring my head back up. So let's do some individual stretches now. So I will go the same way as you, so it'll be the opposite shoulder. So turn your head towards your left shoulder, dip your chin towards your chest, and then bring your left hand in front of your face to place your hand lightly on the back of your head. You're not yanking your head down, just the weight of your hand will be enough. Still sit tall, don't start leaning forward. And you're bringing your chin towards your chest on the left-hand side. And you can adjust your chin a bit further towards your shoulder or a bit further back towards your breastbone to find your best stretch. You're getting the stretch in the right side of your neck, possibly into the tip of the right shoulder blade. Keep your face soft and breathe into this. We never hold neck stretches as long as we hold other stretches of the body. So time to come out of that. Now we come out in reverse. Take your hand away, bring your head up and back to the center. And then rotate your head over towards your right shoulder, dip your chin towards your chest, and your right hand arm comes in front of your face with the hand on the back of your head. Sitting tall, left shoulder down. Adjust your chin a bit more to the left or the right to get your best stretch. And breathe into this, keeping your face soft, your jaw relaxed, sitting tall, shoulders down. And then take your hand away, bring your head up and come back to the center. So now let's take our left ear to the left shoulder, the left hand coming over the side of the head now, just lightly on your right ear. Still sitting tall, keep the right shoulder down, and you're just drawing your left shoulder towards, your left ear towards your left shoulder, getting a really nice stretch in the right side of the neck. Then take your hand away, bring your head up. Just nod your chin towards your chest just to equalize these big muscles either side of the neck. Before you lift over, take your right ear to the right shoulder. Right hand comes across the side of your head lightly on your left ear, sitting tall, left shoulder down, and get a nice stretch in the left side of the neck. And then take your arm away, bring your head up and nod your chin down and back up. So just to finish, we're going to lengthen from our lower back, bring our arms onto the floor. If you're in a cross-legged position, you could have your elbows on the inside of your knees, and then you just press the knees away from each other, get an extra stretch in those hips. But lengthening from your lower back, if you want to bring your hands on the floor, then you can do. Relax your head and breathe into your back for a couple of breaths here. So really have an awareness of how much your ribcage is expanding at the back, but keep the shoulders relaxed. Another nice deep breath in and then breathing out, and then walk your hands back towards your body and restack your spine, sitting nice and tall. Well done, everybody.